Okay, today what we're going to do is look at Reason's Redrum. As you can see, we've got the Reason open here. What you want to do first is put a mixer in. So it's always a 14x2 mixer. It means it's 14 inputs and 2 stereo outs. And then what we want to do is right click again and add a Redrum. Just going to, it's, as you can see, it's loaded up a set of drums. And you can just audition them just by clicking on the little play button at the top of the channel. As you can see, we've got 10 channels. So what we can do is, we've just got this little thing going. Our tempo's set at 120, so we'll just get a basic beat going. So BD is bass drum. So you can click on here. So this is where your bass drum is going to be. This represents the 16 quantized parts in one bar. As you can see at the top here, it's categorized into 4 different groups, meaning that's where your beat is. So if you was talking in beats and bars, this one here would be the start of the first beat. This is the start of the second beat. You see how it's sectioned off. This is the start of the third beat. This is the start of the fourth beat. Yeah. So at the moment, if I just play that, we've just got a kick drum ripping. Yeah. So if you want the snare on, you've got to make sure you select at the bottom of the channel and put the snare on. Okay, so we've got that going. So you want that egg shaker, select that. You could just click on the pads that you want. Yeah, so say that you found that you didn't like that egg shaker, you could just mute it so it no longer plays, and then put something else in. Let's have a look. We'll put the hi-hat in its place. Yeah, so you can click and drag and it'll put them on every bit. Yeah, so by clicking and holding the left button, I can drag across, it'll take them off, or you can just press and hold the pad. Yep. So that's the basic way of getting stuff running within your Redrum, yeah? So you've got solo as well, so you could play that and you could say, actually, let me just hear that on its own. So the reason you'd want to hear this on its own is you could change the level of it, make it louder, make it quieter. Yeah? You could pan it to your left, you could pan it to your right. Okay, so we want it in the centre. You could use your velocity, so that's how hard the drummer would be hitting the drum, yeah? Okay, you've got length, so that's the length of your sample. Yep, you see how there's more, and as we bring it shorter. This is the envelope in which it'll act with. Yep, and then you've got your pitch drum. So you change the pitch, you change the sound of the drum. Yeah, the tone. You see the difference between the pitch and the tone? The tone sort of changes the timbre of the sound, whereas the pitch also changes the timbre, but mostly obviously the pitch. Velocity again, you've got velocity again there. Okie doke, so just you can have a play with them and see what sounds good. It just allows you to create your own little patches, do you know what I mean? Before I moved that, it didn't sound like that, do you know what I mean? You've just got to make sure, if you do, like, I can't remember what it were on. So if I wanted that sound back, I'd have to start it up again. But you can load in individual patches just by clicking on that button there. Yeah. But I want a bass drum. Let me just put that back on. So you go into other Redrum kits. Yeah. You got your Redrum kits all along here, and then you go into exclusive drums sorted. What that does, it gives you a load of single hits for each one. So here's all my kicks. So unsolo that. See, that's too long. Yeah, so just changing the length of it like that gives it a total different sound, doesn't it? Right, yo. Also, when you're playing it, this is to run, but you can see there's nothing down here. We're going to get into that in a minute. You've got all these different patterns you can have. So say if we had that pattern, we could change, then go on to the second pattern and think, right, this pattern's just for the verse, and then we're going to switch it up in the chorus and have kind of like this kind of pattern. So remember just to click select. Okay, so do you know what I mean? So you can change the pattern. And just by clicking you can audition what pattern you've got, making sure you've got run ripping. Yeah? Okie doke. The next thing is steps. So remember, this is just one bar. In order to stop it from being too repetitive, you can change how many bars you have. So 16 steps is one bar, so 32 steps would be 2 bars. Yeah, so say like in pattern 1 we wanted a 32 quantized 2-bar loop. So you see how it's gone now. In order to get to the second 16, what you do is you just shift that bit up there, mark that up like that, and then reposition. So we're on snare at the moment. We can tell we're on snare because that's selected. Yep. Okay. So the second thing, well, the last thing I kind of want to show you is this bit. What this is your velocity. So when you look at it, say we've got pattern 1 on, you come down, we've got velocity. Yeah, as you can see, they're all orange. I might want the kicks to be harder, so that's a more intense velocity. Yep. Okay, we'll look at the snare. Say we wanted the second snare to be harder than the first. Yeah. Sort of helps you put like a human feel to your drums, if you will. So like on the hi-hat we've got playing, you go to the hi-hat channel, go on to select, bring that down because this is where it is. Can you see the difference it gives? Having the different velocities. Yep. So basically, them are the main features. We're going to go into resolution at a later date. Patches. So today I want you to just make your own patch, and then have a go and show me how you can use the different dynamics, the different step changes, and manipulate your own samples to create your own. Thanks for listening. See you in a bit.